so curious. Why would you do that to me? Do I ugly or something?
I have a headache.
Stop. This is disgusting.
Wow, I want to touch it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're returning, they finally made it to the strip club scene, y'all. If you have been here for a while, then you know I have been waiting for this scene. So apparently Yara thinks that JOVI wanted to go because she's ugly, and ASUELU just wants to touch it, and Ed touched a whole bunch of things too. But before we get into that, I want to say thanks everyone for thumbsing up the video, and we're gonna pick up where we left off, which was with Big Mama Drama leaving the resort to go meet her man.
I unblocked the other guy, and I spent the night there.
What a drama. I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry.
And so looking at the comments on the other videos, it seems like everyone's in agreement that ASUELU pulls out those tears whenever his back gets against the wall, and it's so fake. But it also seems to be like a consensus that Kehlani is justified in her cheating. Here's the thing. I think that people can do whatever they want to do, but at the end of the day, she is a married woman.
You can't have that man here.
So just morally, I don't think it's right. If that is the case, then she should just leave her man. If she wants to be out there, be out there. I'm not saying that the things that ASUELU has done was right, but what I am saying is that there are ways to do things. She has children. Just divorce them. Like, she doesn't have to be with him. Plus, she's at a resort to like improve the relationship. So why is it that it's okay for her to continue to cheat on her husband when they're here to work on it? And Angela, and all her Americanism, agrees with me, and she called Kehlani out on it. She wasn't mean or anything, but she was just like, do you think that's really what you should be doing when you guys are here? And then Kehlani goes on to try to explain it. And she's like, well, if you knew the whole story, maybe you would feel different about it. So the way she behaves is like she thinks because he's cheated so much that it negates her actions, but at the end of the day, she chose to stay with him through 12 different affairs or whatever he had going on. So you can't then play victim. I call bullcrap on it, but here we are.
I just cry. With ASUELU, I just cry all the time. That's all we do.
I'm gonna share with y'all a little pet peeve of mine. It really burns me up when people that are adults blame other people for their actions. So all you do is cry all the time, so then leave so that you don't have to cry. I don't know. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you guys think.
I get he's hurted you and I don't know the whole story, but how are you working on your marriage if this guy's here?
That's the face of, will the other harlots please help me out on this one?
Oh, he's cheated like 12 times.
That is disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm with Yara on this one. It is pretty disgusting, but I feel like what is even more disgusting is to stay with somebody and be sexually active without protection after you know that they've done that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's even worse than the person that's doing it, because clearly they don't care. They have nothing to lose. But you as a mother have everything to lose, so you have to protect yourself even when people around you won't.
My husband, he doesn't cheat, but he's extremely addicted to the strip club and to the stripper.
We're going to see how that ages, because according to the snippets for the next episode, Big Ed airs JOVI out for texting that girl. And I don't know if Yara considers that cheating, but I do.
Having slept with Dallas opened my eyes to a different world. There's effort there that there's never been with ASUELU. I'm always just torturing myself. I'm just going to lose something no matter what I pick.
Such is life, though, because, girl, you're acting like you're in a position to make a pick. You're really not, because Dallas knows what you're doing, but your husband doesn't know what you're doing. So once your husband finds out what you're doing, who's to say that ASUELU would even choose to stay in that?
Grow up.
Sounds like a bout of morning sickness to me, but she's been down this road before because she's been pregnant twice, so it'll go away after the first trimester, hopefully. So Big Mama Drama goes on to have a complete breakdown. She's over there snotting and crying and farting and bubbling and everything else. And I believe her tears. Like, I really felt that. She doesn't want to be in this position, but I feel like her and ASUELU's relationship has definitely ran its course, but she's still here. And that's the problem. She should have cut these ties a long time ago, and Angela feels the same way. The only thing that I hate is that Angela keeps telling her, just like everyone else, that this is not her fault and this is all on him and these are his consequences. But at the end of the day, Kehlani is a grown woman and she makes decisions for herself. So she has to be responsible for her own actions. This is 100% her fault that she's in this position where she feels pulled and tied. Because had she not been cheating, there would be no pull. Had she ended the relationship, there'd be no confusion.
Kehlani should have left a long time ago.
Exactly. So Big Mama Drama's at the pool with the kids, and she comes to the conclusion that she's going to tell ASUELU about her relationship and how the guy came down to visit her and they did whatever they did. I don't think that's going to go over well, but we will see that in the next episode. So moving on, the guys are actually going on their strip club day trip. Woohoo!
Is that a Samoa custom?
Okay. Because you're dancing, you're like, where it is. You know what I mean?
The only issue is that ASUELU is a little bit down in the dumps because everything that's going on with Kehlani, but that doesn't last for long.
I'm going through a lot. In the morning,
Because we're not sleeping together at the same room. Today, I text her, good morning, my beautiful.
You want me to bring your same breakfast? She was like, she's not here.
She's sleeping somewhere else.
She hooked up with somebody?
Ed hears all of this, and I just think with age comes wisdom sometimes, hopefully. And he kind of gives ASUELU a few words to the wise. Listen, prepare yourself because your relationship's probably going to end. And it all comes down to the fact that they're at this resort to get better and connect. But Kehlani seems like she's still on a revenge trip, or like she's just not over her in Memphis or Montgomery or whatever that man's name is, whoever.
I know
Gone.
it sucks, but I just want you to start preparing yourself for
both scenarios.
both
yeah.
scenarios.
Ed comes clean and he's like, yeah, I am a double agent. I ran back and told Liz everything. Jovi's like, I knew you would. Either way, Liz gives him permission to go to the club. They head out to the club, but before they go on their way.
All right, so we're going to a strip club.
I'm proud of Ed for doing that.
Jovi thinks it's a good idea to text the girl, and Ed already told him so why would you do that right in front of him? Like, this is the happiest I've seen Jovi out of every episode so far this season. Look at that smile. It's just disgusting. And speaking of disgusting,
How big is Big Ed like this?
why would she ask that? Like, I don't know. I feel like there are people that you can talk about those things with, and then there are people that you probably should not. Like, I would not be at a table with a bunch of people. Granted, nobody at that table wants Ed either way, but still, why would she ask such an intimate question like that? And Liz just kind of, ha, but she never answered. Either way, all Yara has to do is actually not go to sleep and go to some of these hot tubs and these events, and she'll be able to see because Ed has no shame in dropping his drawers. Comment below who/what does Ed remind you of right now? Oh my gosh, maybe it's just me. It has to be just me. But ASUELU was like, his face was freaking me out. He's looking at the women. He looks really skeevy, like creepy. It's just inappropriate. It made me feel uncomfortable. But if he's acting like this over these little 2-bit strippers, he would not know what to do if he ever came to a club here in Atlanta. Now that would be something to see.
Wow, I want to touch it.
So ASUELU wanted to touch it, and apparently Ed did as well, because Ed was grabbing on booty cheeks, and the only person that kept their hands to themselves was Jovi. And I'm not surprised. I feel like Jovi's probably desensitized because he goes so much, especially when he's supposed to be fake working out of town and Yara's at home with that baby. Yeah, Jovi probably does this 7 days a week. Not really sure what inspired Ed to decide to get up on the stage, but he got up there and he busted a move. So you go ahead, Ed. I was not mad at him. It was very stiff, but I was actually impressed by the moves. Something else that confused me was why ASUELU wanted to see Ed fully naked. I don't know, maybe it was like a joke, but it was definitely lost in translation. I'm going to go with that theory. Either way, they called Michael. Michael's like, listen, I'm over here in Nigeria minding my Nigerian business. Michael didn't want any American smoke because he knew Angela would hop on that plane and come over there and beat the Nigerian snot out of him. So he was like, don't call me from the strip club because you're going to get me in trouble. He hangs up on them, and the girls were over there doing their thing. But before we get to that, let's talk about ASUELU getting on that stage and showing his entire behind. When I say ASUELU came to have a funky good time, that is exactly what he did.
You think this is a cheating?
No, this is not cheating. This is not cheating.
At his big old age, asking a bunch of strippers and alcoholics if this is cheating is probably why he's in the trouble that he's in. And Jovi had to run up there and snatch him off the stage because, yeah, ASUELU's going to get himself in trouble.
That's enough. ASUELU. We got to get you out of here.
So the girlies all decided to have a best boobie competition, and of course Kehlani won. I'm not surprised because I told you guys in the very first episode, I think she has the best boobs on the show. So yeah, I don't know. I think they were just bored, so they just started doing stupid stuff. But either way, it made Kehlani feel special, and you could tell that it meant something to her, that she was desired. I get it, big girl. Do your thing.
I know them are going to be the best ones. They're beautiful.
Wow!
Lonnie, them are gorgeous.
That's
old
gorgeous.
ones.
Guys, I love you.
You're welcome. Can we see yours now?
No.
It was really stupid and funny, but I do understand where she was coming from, because Angela's like, they look like my old ones. Yeah, Angela has lost a lot of weight. I would say she looks like she's down well over 100 pounds from when she first started. So, of course, her losing all of that weight probably caused a lot of saggage, and then she had to turn around and get the implants. Nothing is like the original. I agree 100%. Do y'all see the way that ASUELU is effing up that pizza? Either way, he had a good time at the strip club, but he still has other things on his mind, and we know what that is.
Hope you enjoyed your lap dance.
It's good, but still, I feel like my wife would be better.
Aw, poor ASUELU. It's what is the worst for me is I think that everyone knows that his relationship is over except him. He still has to come to terms with it, but it's hard to come to terms with it because it's the same situation as with like Kelly and Molly. If Kaylani never steps up and says, hey, I'm done, then how would he know? But either way, the next morning, everyone is all waking up from their hangovers, and now Jovi has to deal with Yara. The thing about Jovi is he doesn't care what Yara thinks. That's why he does what he wants to do. He's very selfish. He'll make decisions and then make Yara have to deal with the aftermath. So he wakes up the next morning. He doesn't really want to be bothered. He's like, yeah, I went to the club. So what? I was the only man who didn't touch on anyone. Yeah, but you didn't say anything about those messages. But don't worry, it's coming.
You want to know who's the only guy who didn't touch a stripper in that whole place? Me.
You just decided not to touch the stripper.
Yeah.
That's the face of, but why were you even there without telling me that you were going and telling other people to lie to me about it? He is so delusional.
I sat there, I had a drink, and I had a good time, okay? If you would have seen ASUELU and Ed and what they were doing in the strip club, you would understand. Like, I'm a angel.
He sure is an angel with horns.
Look good. Why would you not like? You have a beautiful wife and you upset with this stupid strip club.
Yara will be in a much better headspace when she realizes that the reason of Jovi going to the strip club is not because she looks bad or has anything to do with her own self-esteem, her own self-image. It's really about him, and he's completely desensitized. As I said earlier, when he's in the club, he's not like overly uncontrolled like the teenager who sees a girl in a bikini and is like he giddy and weird about it. That's not him at all. But that's something that they'll work on. But Jovi said, I don't really have time for this. He got up and kept the party rolling. He walked out on her because she was arguing, went to the bar and got him a drink. Comment down below what you think of this episode. Thumbs this video up, and we will do this again next time, y'all.